How did you know it was my birthday?
I go down. You tell him if he puts one of ours in the hospital, we put one of his in the morgue.
No, Harvey, I did not. Let me guess. And
If the next question is lawsuit's over, there's not gonna be a Darby Universe.
I need to decide what school is better for me before factoring in you. I am trying to figure out which school is best for me in a